and welcome to the Weekly Five. I'm Diane Devani, broker owner of Pacific Ridge Realty.
And I'm John Cohen, president of Qualified Financial Incorporated, a local mortgage broker.
How are you, John?
I'm good.
Good. We
So
haven't talked in a little while.
I know. Well, we've been busy, which has been great, extremely busy.
Yes.
And then I think you were out last week. I believe you had
Yeah, I caught
your
that.
voice was gone, so that would
Yeah,
make no sense to do our weekly five last week.
right.
But here we are, and we've got a
Yeah.
lot of content coming coming everyone's way. We've looks like we've worked out about 10 weeks worth of content in front of us here. So
Yeah.
we'll start off with one at a time. But I'm glad that you're feeling better. You look
Thank
great.
you. Thank
Glad
you.
we're healthy and thank you God for that.
Yes.
And I think today what I wanted, you and I have been working with this buyer who's actually ready to close now. And
Right.
I've been working with some other buyers up north and down in San Diego as well. And there has been a strategy that's being used, rightfully so, if you're a listing agent, that maybe people that are getting ready to purchase or going to get ready to find an agent or something and start looking to buy a home need to consider. Okay. And what it is as a listing agent, your goal is to draw as much traffic in as possible, right? And so the way to do that is to be, to when you're listing the property, make sure you're pricing it strategically. So
Mhm.
let's say the value of that property is 1.2 million. You know that's what the market value is based on other homes that have recently sold. So let's say you have somebody that max is 1.1, or say max is 2 million, right? Or no, let's say, let me back up. Let's say it's the value is 225,000, somewhere around there.
Right.
And if you were to price it out at that, and somebody's looking at their max of 1.2 million, they're never going to see that property
Right. Oh, yep.
when they're searching for it, nor will any other agent. So what they're doing is they're pricing that below market. Let's say they priced it out at a million 95, knowing that that value of that property is 1.2 million or 1 million, 125 or whatever it is.
Right.
And so what they're doing is they're drawing as much traffic in and creating a bidding war. So the frustration that we saw with our client and that I'm seeing with a handful of other clients, and I've warned them, is if you're really considering and serious about purchasing a home and you're still seeing it that's listed or the listing at, 1,950,000, no, I'm sorry, 1,095,000, you're going to need to be working with a realtor who understands the value of that property. Because if you're going to be
Mhm.
putting in an offer below what the actual market is, not just what they're listing it at, if you're putting it in at whatever they're listing at, the chances of getting that offer accepted is like zero
Yeah.
because everybody else is going to be coming in higher. And they're
Yeah.
going to, so make sure you're working, anybody out there getting ready to purchase, make sure you're working with an agent that really knows the value of that property and that you're putting in an offer like you mean it because you're
Yeah.
going to be up against 20 other people. That's just the
Yeah.
way the market is right now. Of course, you don't want to overpay for the property, but you don't want to spend weekends out there shopping and looking at properties, putting in offers and getting nothing accepted. That can be really frustrating. So I don't know if you want to add.
No, it's that's exactly what's happening. And the sad thing is, like with these clients that we have closing on another property next week, um, it's hard as an agent to take them out to a place and show it to them, and they offer full price, especially in the beginning, because
Yep.
that, okay, well, that's what they're asking. That's what we're offering. We're giving them full price. That's what they want.
Right.
And like I had that happen at a $1.2 million asking price, and then it ended up going for 1.4 because they were kind of playing the same game. My people thought 1.2 was great because that's what they were asking. And it's sad because the buyers eventually, lose a couple of properties with that learning curve.
And sometimes it's the property that you really wanted. But
Yeah.
here's the kicker on that one, which is really great. So they came in above ask, right?
Right.
They realized after driving around for God, how many weeks with you? So
Yeah.
many different properties. They
Yeah.
came, they went above ask,
Right.
out of their comfort zone a little bit,
Right.
which is what you need to do.
Right.
They finally got this one that they absolutely loved. They got it accepted. And then what happened? The value came in with the appraisal, came in higher than they asked.
Yes. Right.
So if that's not
Happy
God, I don't know
ending to the
what.
story. Yeah. Yeah.
That was
Yeah.
terrific. So they just automatic equity right out of the gates. So that was fantastic. And I'm seeing that on quite a few deals that I'm doing right now, where the values or the appraisal is coming back in a little bit higher. I don't know if
Yeah.
it's just been fortunate, but those of you that are considering buying, you want to work with a agent that knows what they're doing, knows how to price that property, knows how to put an offer in that's going to get accepted, and make sure you're not wasting your own time, wasting realtor's time, and creating the right strategy when making these offers. So just you got to get your expectations in line with what reality is. And the reality is there is this pricing strategy that the listing agents are using, and you need to work with that. So,
Yeah.
that being said, I think that's it for our weekly five. If you have any questions regarding real estate, obviously you can reach out to either one of us or Diane, and anything regarding loans, what you would qualify for, anything, just reach out to me as
Boost
well.
your credit score before you're ready to make offers, get everything in tip-top shape.
Yeah, and we could cover that. I think we'll do that next week
Yeah.
because there's a lot of myths in regards to what your credit needs to look like, and there are ways,
Yeah.
now that you brought it up, to improve your credit scores. I can help with actually doing what's called a
Like you just
rapid.
did for some of my clients.
Yeah,
Yes.
we could do what's called a rapid rescore, increase the credit scores to qualify for even a better rate. And that's something I do with all my clients if we have room for improvement. But yeah, you don't have to wait for it to go up. We have ways to actually, within 3 to 5 days, increase your credit score. So, that being said, you guys have a wonderful week. Until next, rest of your week, I mean, and until next week, bye for now.
Thanks for joining us.
Okay, take care.